2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the first stop of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today's coverage of the FedEx St Jude Championship is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
So that's the final word from Beamer. Let's see how this one goes. And let's see what he can do here today. Oh, that one's bouncing around in the branches. Far from ideal.
The approach into the first at TPC Southwind, Rich, played uphill to a challenging green.
Back up the hill ever so slightly. When the pin is on the back portion of the green, it's hard to get it close, but anywhere on the front part of the green, you can get it close and make birdie.
Looks to be going with the 4-iron. Oh, it's a little wayward, bouncing through the branches. Getting ready to play their third.
Going for less club here.
Oh, that's a great approach shot. And this putt coming up for his par. It's tracking. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
The second at TPC Southwind presents the first real birdie chance. Just a short par 4 playing 401 yards.
It's heading to the rough for mine. And this shot from the bunker. Well struck. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
15 feet out. He's been staring this one down. Little birdie look in here.
Well, what about that, Rich? A great display of resilience.
Up and down out of the bunker for birdie here, Luke. Job well done.
He's currently sharing 8th position. The third hole at TPC Southwind's a strong par 5 measuring over 550 yards from the back tees. A bit of water comes into play here on the second shot, so be mindful of where you leave your approach. That one's heading down Broadway. This shot from around 210 yards. Going with the 4-iron here. That's the common mistake, hitting it out to the left. Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker.
Okay, so that's step one, but now going to hold a mid-range putt. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole.
Currently 1 under for the round. The 4th hole here at TPC Southwind is the first par 3 on the course, and it measures just under 200 yards. Just avoid the penalty area to the left. Opting for the 5-iron. This one could take a little bounce to the left. Not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
This putt for a spot in the top 5. This is buckets. That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 5th at TPC Southwind is a long par 4 measuring 485 yards. It requires a good strong drive to avoid the bunker on the left, and then an accurate approach into this green.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
Opting for the 5-wood.
Yeah, this is lovely.
That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
You come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
That always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. The strategy at the 6th here at TPC Southwind on this par 4, measuring just under 450 yards from the tips, is to position your drive from the tee to give a clear shot into this green. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Going with the pitching wedge here. They're not a bad shot, that one.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Ah, the birdie just slides by.
Currently a couple under for the round. The 7th at TPC Southwind is a strong par 4 measuring 482 yards from the back tee. A big clump of trees on the left, and the one on the right is to be avoided off the tee. Also, a good angle to attack this green is from the left half of this fairway with a huge greenside tree that also affects any poor approaches.
All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it?
Going with the 5-iron here. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
A bit short with that effort.
It was a solid shot out of the bunker and onto the surface. And he needs this to save par.
That will work.
He's currently tied for 7th. The 8th hole at TPC Southwind is a really nice short par 3 measuring just 164 yards. This green has been recently contoured, so accuracy or distance control off the tee is paramount. Going with the 7. This one looks like it's going right. A bit wild on approach there.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
This would be a great up and down. A couple under at this stage. Currently tied for 7th position. Almost went in. Gary Player couldn't play bunker shots any better than that.
And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there.
Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. The finishing hole on the front 9 here at TPC Southwind plays downhill towards a dogleg right. There's a big body of water, the short front left of this green, so make sure you've got enough club to reach the surface. Now this one looks to be heading down the runway. Lining up from around 160 yards. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
That is not proper beach attire, is it, Luke?
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
He'll have to work extra hard to get out of this one.
They'll have to channel their inner Severiano Ballesteros here. This needs good hands.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. And this one is for his par. Time now to make the turn for home, Rich, and this is an exciting part of the championship. What are your thoughts on this performance?
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
No, that's not the shot they wanted. Setting up in the first cut. This one's headed right, Rich.
Yeah, they really kept the speed up nicely through that bad lie.
A spot in the top 10 on the line here if they can hold this.
Rolling end to end is looking nice.
Beautiful shot. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The par 3 11th at TPC Southwind measures just 162 yards. But looks can be deceiving here. While it looks pretty, it can bite you. Make sure you've got enough club here on approach. Opting for the 9-iron. Left yourself an opportunity.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
This putt is about 19 feet in distance.
This is their look at birdie.
That's frustrating.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The par 4 12th. There's only a short one measuring 406 yards from the tips. But you need to be very accurate off the tee. Avoid that huge water hazard to the right, and that'll give you the best angle into this green. Any drive that's pushed left will make it a difficult approach, and be wary. There's water over the back of this green, which you can't see. Henny, what's the player facing here?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Taking things up a notch in this Lexi-Thompson rivalry, that shot will add some fuel to the fire.
A birdie putt awaits.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par. He's currently tied for 8th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The 13th at TPC Southwind is a strong par 4 that plays uphill and a slight dogleg to the right. It requires a big drive up the right half and then a very accurate approach. There's a heavily bunkered green there, so make sure you hit your approach in the right distance. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. That's not what they were looking for.
Distance control not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Great touch.
Don't mind the look of this. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 14th at TPC Southwind is one of their signature holes. The par 3 that plays downhill considerably long, around 240 yards, is hit over a big body of water to the right. Fortune favours the brave here. If you need a birdie, go flag hunting. Otherwise, lay up to around 20 feet left. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Pretty sure that one's headed left. What a quality shot, that. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Starting to look really good.
Nice putt to make that one. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And that will take him to 4 under. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Accuracy is required at the par 4 15th, just 395 yards off the tee. Players like to lay back to give them the right number into this green. And there's a little creek that meanders through the centre of the fairway here and up to the right side of the green. So make sure your approach is accurate. Oh, that was pure. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Nicely done.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Oh, get in. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Currently at -5 now for the day.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 16th at TPC Southwind is the last genuine birdie hole on the course. It's a par 5 measuring just 530 yards, but there's a lot required on the tee shot that's played uphill to a ridge. If you can get it up over the rise, a good chance for reaching the green here in 2 to set up a birdie and even perhaps eagle. But be wary of this green. There's a big bunker short left, and if you find it, it's not an easy up and down. Well, maybe even a par can be hard. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
I'll tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
It's looking solid.
For eagle. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible.
Looking at the scoreboard, they currently sit in second place, behind John Rahm.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The penultimate hole at TPC Southwind is a very strong par 4, measuring 490 yards off the back tees. There is a little creek that runs through the centre of the fairway here, but that only catches the biggest of drives. There's 2 big trees either side that you want to position yourself in the middle of, so then you can hit a clean shot to the green. 2 strong shots required to get onto the surface, and even once you're on the green, par isn't assured.
Playing from around 160 yards. He's 2 shots back.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Setting up from the first cut here in the green. Ooh, that almost went down.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Judging it beautifully.
A par putt awaits.
I like the look of this.
The Spaniard, John Rahm, currently leading the event as we head to the next hole.
Well, the finishing hole at TPC Southwind is an absolute beauty. There's been some heroic moments like hole-out eagles, and there's been triple bogeys that have cost championships. Your job is to get the ball safely into the fairway here. And if you're not a long driver, don't take on the corner. But if you can, it'll leave you just a short iron in, a chance to seal the victory with a birdie.
This one from about 160 yards out.
Puff of wind blowing right to left for him.
That was a bit of a miscue.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
If he makes this, he'll save his par.
These are on rails, looking good.
And that signs off on today's round. And as this round winds down, he finishes in a tie for second. Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at HP Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.